But this chapter is really very important because this chapter will show us the practical methods which were applied by our previous great souls. Just like we know, example is better than precept. And another quote is, we should copy the success of others. So there are two quotes. Example is better than precept, and one should copy others' success. So in this way, example is better than precept means it is more better to show the example than only speaking some high tone philosophy. And another is one should copy the success of others. So in this way, in this chapter, we'll see how great sages, how great souls, they practice in their life, they applied in their life, they got success in their life. So in this chapter, we'll get the all the secrets. How did they do this knowledge in their life? So this chapter is knowledge by the way of the Mahatmas, the great souls. The presence of Krishna in all aspects of the creation is perceived by the Mahatmas, the great souls, who are always engaged in the worship of Krishna. As Krishna himself states, these great souls are conversant with the confidential knowledge found in the ninth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and they know Krishna to be the source of all things. महात्मनस्तु मां पार्थ देवीं प्रकृतिम् आश्रितः भजन्ते अनन्य मनसो ज्ञात्वा भूतादिम् अव्ययम्. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as a supreme personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. So, the first step is given here. It has taken from the Bhagavad Gita 9th chapter, 9.13, where the understanding of a great souls are defined here. How, what are the knowledge stages of the great souls are defined here, that Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Pragatim Asrita. That every person, every living being has taken a sort of shelters. So there are two kinds of shelters. One is the material shelter that we call material and shelter of material energy. Another is a shelter of divine energy or divine nature. That means above the three modes. So Mahatmanastu Mam Partha Devim Pragatim Asrita. So meaning is very clear. Devim Prakatim Asrita. They have taken shelter of the Devya Prakriti, divine nature. Divine nature of whom? Mam. Who is saying Mam? Is Krishna. So this great personality, they took shelter of divine energy rather than material energy. So material energy consists of three modes, as we have already discussed in previous chapters: goodness, passion, and ignorance. These divine souls, they are beyond the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. They have taken shelter of divine energy. So what does it mean, the divine energy shelter? What kind of activity one do in divine energies? Because we know the activities in the mode of goodness and passion and ignorance. But what are the practice and activities in the divine energy? That is given in next line. Bhajante ananya manaso gyatva bhutadi avyayam. So the symptoms is given here that if someone is doing these activities, we can consider him on a divine platform. What are those? Bhajante ananya manaso. They are fully engaged in devotional service. So they, one qualification is they are able to be practice Krishna consciousness all the time, all the in all the places, in all the circumstances. That means they are on divine in the divine platform. They have taken the divine shelter. And who can do these kind of activities? Gyatva bhutadim avyam. Only that person can do such continuously such activities who knows Krishna as Avyam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One who knows Krishna is as Supreme Personality of Godhead, that devotee only can perform such fully engaged devotional practices or services. So this is another platform. That means this platform can one devotee who's who has taken shelter of divine energy can be seen. We can see him in the material world also. How? He must be fully engaged in devotional service and with the knowledge. Without knowledge, just like already we have discussed, philosophy without religion is speculation, and religion without philosophy is fanaticism. So these great souls, they are doing all the activities by balancing philosophy and religion. That means what they are doing, that is approved by the philosophy, and whatever they are speaking, that they are presenting with their behavior. So this is the nature and characteristic of a divine, uh, of a great soul who has taken shelter of divine nature. The great soul knows without a doubt that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and that he is the origin of all emanations. So here we see another things, the knowledge of great souls. Although we also know Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead, but what are the difference between our knowledge and this great soul's knowledge? So we'll discuss here gradually. What are the difference between our knowledge? Although we say we are not this body, we are part and parcel of Krishna. They also say, these great soul also say that we are not body, we are part and parcel of Krishna. And Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. We both kind of people they speak. But what are the difference between as a great soul and a conditioned soul? So we'll discuss gradually here. The Vedanta Sutra states, Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Human life is meant for inquiring about Brahma. At present, we are all engaged in studying temporary small things. Brahma means greatest, but instead of concerning ourselves with the greatest, we have become enmeshed in trying to solve the animal problems of eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. These small problems are automatically solved. Even the animals are enjoying mating, sleeping, eating, and defending.
Hello.
The arrangements
Baban
are
namaste.
all provided.
हाँ ମୁଁ ଭଲ ଅଛି ଆପଣ କେମିତି ଅଛନ୍ତି?
So here very important point are mentioned. Athato Brahma Jigyasa. Human life is meant for inquiring about Brahma, but a person with have a short knowledge or short temper, he has taken the small problem as a big problem. So he's not able to solve the big problems because he has considered all the small problems as big problems. So what are the small problems according to the Shastra for the human beings? The problems which are very common in the animal species, and human beings give those priority to those problems which are very common to animal beings. So what are the problems among animals? Ahar, nidra, bhai, maithunam. Eating, sleeping, defending, and mating. These are the problem of the animals. Just like all the animals, if you see, if you cross check or if you do some research, you will see these animals are mostly they are doing these four activities: sleeping, eating, defending, and mating. If the human beings they also focus on the same things, then that means they have considered the small problems as their big problem. So therefore it is said, to keep big things big, one has to learn how to make small things small. Again I'll repeat, to keep big things big, one has to learn how to make small things small. So small problems we have to learn how to make small problems into small. Then only we can solve the big problems. So what is the big problem? What is the big problem? That human life purpose is not being yet understood. That human life, what is the human life purpose? So to understand the purpose of human life, we have to make small things small. So small things are we concerning about concerning least about the sleeping, mating, defending, these processes. Then only we can protect our resources, our brain energy to contemplate and to practice about the purpose of human life. Otherwise, human beings are trapped into the small problems, considering it as a big problem. So it is the instructions of Vedanta Sutra here. Therefore, Brahma Jigyasa. Athato Brahma Jigyasa means therefore now one should start inquiring about the Brahman. So these demands of the body are not really problems, but we have made them into problems. The Vedanta Sutras enjoins us not to concern ourselves with these problems, for they are satisfied in any form of life. Our problem is to inquire about the source of all these manifestations. The human form of life is not meant for struggling hard to solve the material problems which even a dog, a stool eater, can solve. The hog is considered to be the lowest among animals, yet he has eating facility, mating facility, sleeping facility, and facilities for defense. Even if we do not strive for these things, we will have them. Man is meant rather to find out the source from which all these things are coming. The Vedanta Sutra states that Brahma is that from which everything is emanating, Janmadi Asya Yataha. Philosophers, scientists, yogis, jnanis, and transcendentalists are all trying to find out the ultimate source of everything. This source is given in Brahma Samhita. Sarva Karanam Karan, Sarva Karana Karanam. Krishna is the cause of all causes. Understanding Krishna to be the primal source of everything. How do the great soul acts? Very important points here now. Krishna himself characterizes them in this way. So, understanding Krishna to be the important and the primal source of everything. Now, Krishna is telling about the how great soul acts. So what are the activities of great souls are defined here in Bhagavad Gita 9.14. That is Satatam Kirtayanto Ma Yatantascha Dridvataha Namaschantascha Mam Bhaktya Nityayukta Upasate. The activities of great souls are Satatam Kirtayanto Ma, always chanting my glories. Yatantascha Dridvrata, endeavoring with great determination. Namasyantascha mam bhatya, going down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with great devotion. Nitya yukta upasate. So, what are the activities of great souls? Always chanting my glories. Just like one time a devotee asked Prabhupada, Prabhupada, I have never seen you chanting, always busy in preaching, traveling, book writing, discussing, problem solving. I have never seen you chanting. Prabhupada asked him to come and check with your ears on my back. Then that devotee, he 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 touches the Prabhupada's back, and he was hearing that Prabhupada's from within Prabhupada's body, the sound vibration of Hare Krishna mantra was coming out, and that devotee became very surprised. That Prabhupada always chanting, his whole body is chanting the Lord's name. So these great devotees, although we see them that they are just they are doing this 16 round in the morning, and all the rest time they are doing some activities, preaching, management, and counseling, many anything. But Krishna says that they are chanting my glories. So chanting my glories are two things. Preaching is also chanting the glories, spreading the glories of Krishna. Listening about the glories is also comes into the this memorizing smaranam. We'll also discuss the next stages. So these are the activities of a great soul. And second is endeavoring with great determination. Why it has defined here that in that great soul has to endeavor with the great determination. What is what kind of problem they have in their life, so that Krishna is speaking that they endeavor with great determination. Krishna is writing here, endeavoring with great determination means there must be some very difficult, some challenges in their life. Therefore, Krishna is saying, Yadantascha Dradvrata. So it doesn't mean that someone has become, yeah, someone has left everything, he has no problem. No, they are they are left all the small problems to counteract big problems. The big problem is the biggest ignorance, that who am I? What is my purpose? What is my sambandha with Krishna? To understand that they are endeavoring, and to find out the solution, they need a great determination. Therefore, Krishna says, endeavoring with great determination. Therefore, it is a request of all the acharyas to the devotees, that all the devotees should endeavor practicing Krishna consciousness with great determination. Great practicing with great determination means in all circumstances, one devotee should be able to chant 16 rounds every day. Chanting 16 rounds every day means endeavoring with great determination. Following four regulative principles in whatever circumstances he may fall. That means endeavoring with great determination. No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no what are the next? No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and
No mutating.
yes, thank you, Monu Prabhu. So in all circumstances, we must able to follow these rules and regulations. Therefore, we need great determination. Therefore, Krishna says, endeavoring with great determination and going down before Krishna. And in this way, perpetually, these great devotees worship Krishna. So these are the secrets of the great devotees who have just constantly, they are practicing these items in their lives. What are the items? Chanting Lord's name, endeavoring with great determination to maintain their vow enthusiastically, and paying obeisances and going before Krishna. These are the very common activities in their life. That glorification is this process of Bhakti Yoga, the chanting of Hare Krishna. The great soul understanding the nature of God, very important point here. Understanding the nature of God. That means God is a now great soul understand God not as an impersonalist, not as a Brahmajyoti, not as a Paramatma, but as a person. Because a person can only have a nature, not light can have a nature. Although light has a nature that it gives the brightness, but here it has defined the nature of God means as a person, as a person. His descents and his mission glorify him in so many ways, but there are others who do not accept him. Krishna also mentions them in the 9th chapter. They are another kind of people who never understand Krishna as the supreme personality of God. For them, Krishna says, Avajananti mamudha manushim tanum asritaha paramam bhavam ajnananto mama bhuta maheswaram. Avajananti mam mudha. What is the meaning of mudha?
Murkh.
Mudha means fools. Avajananti mam mudha. Avajananti. They deride me when I descend in the form, human form. They do not know my transcendental nature and my supreme dominion over all that be. The Mudas or foolish men who are lower than animals deride him. Any person who does not believe in God must either be a madman or fool number one. There is no reason not to believe in God. Very important. There is no reason not to believe in God, and there is every reason to believe in Him. Man may say that he doesn't believe in God, but who gives him the power to say this? When death comes, this speaking power ceases. So, who is giving the power of speech? Has the speaking power come automatically from stone? As soon as the speaking power is withdrawn by the supreme authority, the body is no better than stone. The very power of speech is proof that there is a supreme power who is giving us everything. A Krishna conscious person knows that whatever he has is not under his control. But, sorry, if we do not believe in God, we must believe in some power beyond us, which is controlling us at every step. Call that power God or nature or whatever. There is a controlling power in the universe, and no sane man can deny it. So it is very normal and very uh, simple understanding that one should have that we all are being controlled. Some energies are there who that controlling all the planetary system, all the influence, just like COVID. Who is doing all the COVID? There is some energy. The power of energy is circulating all these viruses throughout the world. See how these viruses are spreading, and we were never expecting that this could be uh, to this could be possible to each and every uh, human beings on this planet. So it is very natural to and easy to understand and digest. But these fool people, they are facing a difficulty to understand these things, that there are supreme controllers somewhere, someone. Krishna was present on this earth and appeared just like a human being with supernatural power. At that time, however, 99% of the people could not recognize him as God. They could not recognize him because they had no eyes to see. Param div, param bhavam ajanantam. How is it possible to recognize God? He can be recognized through supernatural power by the evidence of authorities and by scriptural evidence. As far as Krishna is concerned, every Vedic authority has accepted him as God. When he was present on earth, his activities displayed very superhuman. If one does not believe this, it is to be concluded that he will not believe whatever evidence is given. If someone, if for example, if talking to someone and explaining how there there is a God and God is the supreme and there is a Krishna who is the supreme personality of Godhead, even explaining many times, if he is unable to understand, that means he will not believe whatever evidence is given. So one should understand that we should understand that there are many people more than like during Krishna when he was there on the planet, 99% people were not understanding Krishna as the supreme personality of God. So there is no doubt that we are talking to someone, he definitely he will accept Krishna as supreme personality of God. Very rare people will understand this. So therefore, if someone is understanding like Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, accepting the supernatural power, accepting the super uh, influence and God potencies, then we should understand them. They are not ordinary soul. If someone is accepting Krishna as supreme personality of Godhead, then we should never reject them. We should make friendship with them because they are most rare personality on this planet. 99% have rejected Krishna as supreme God. 1% people on this planet will accept Krishna as supreme personality of God. And if someone nearby you is accepting this fact, then that person is very important for us. That person should be contacted and should be connected with Krishna. Therefore, it is our most responsibility comes then that we should connect that devotee, connect that person with Krishna. So then our role becomes as a postman, that all the information, all the knowledge, all the teachings that coming through Guru Shishya Parampara, we should depart, we should dispatch, and we should teach him so that he can naturally he can become a pure devotee of Krishna. So it is very important to preach the real message, and one should not try to pollute the message of God. One should learn to maintain the purity of message by not mixing any material influence. Then we become first class disciple. First class disciple means he never pollute or maintain the purity of masses. So we should also learn how to maintain the purity of masses when we are talking with someone about Krishna consciousness. One must also have the eyes to see God. God cannot be seen by material senses. Therefore, the Bhakti Yoga, the process is the process of purifying the senses so that we will be able to understand what and who God is. We have power of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and so on. But if these senses are blunt, we cannot understand God. The process of Krishna consciousness is the process of training these senses through regulative principles, specifically through the chanting of Hare Krishna. Therefore, we are recommending that every devotee should join our chanting groups. These chanting groups are very important that we are conducting 3 times a day. So according to your time, feasible time, please join that group, and in that group chant amongst devotees. So this group chanting will inspire you, will help you uh, to purify your senses. And this is important. To make it easy, we have created these groups so that you can very easily, without feeling a loneliness, you can be Krishna conscious. So therefore, my humble request to you all, please do not minimize the potency of what we have created here. Not we have created, the potency of holy name by accepting the what our proposal is with you. Please follow those proposal, accept those proposal, and come in the morning time, in the noon time, or in the evening time, chant with devotees, and be always in Krishna consciousness. So chanting, 99% of progress of our progress in Krishna consciousness is dependent on chanting. So therefore, please do not minimize with our ignorance the power of chanting the holy name. This Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This will purify our senses if we are regularly following it and chanting it. So for today, we'll stop here. And if you have any question, so please let me know. So, okay. Uh,
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
yeah, Brijesh.
प्रभु मेरा एक प्रश्न है कि जैसे कहते हैं कि हम भगवान के अंश हैं और उन्हीं से निकले हुए हैं, तो किस वजह से हम उनसे अलग हुए, और ऐसा कब पहली बार हुआ? ऐसा कुछ भागवतम में है क्या?
हाँ, ऐसा है, ऐसा है। जानना चाहते हो?
जी प्रभु।
हमने अपने आप को भगवान से का वैरी बना लिया, अपने आप को भगवान का वैरी बना के भगवान से अलग होकर एंजॉय करना चाहा। जैसे पुत्र जब बड़ा हो जाता है तो चाहता है कि मेरा अपना खुद का परिवार हो, मेरा खुद का घर हो, खुद का इंडिपेंडेंट हो, मैं इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहता हूँ। सो इस विचार को लेकर जो है वो घर से बाहर निकलता है। तो वैसे ही जीवात्मा भी, कुछ जीवात्मा ऐसे विचार लेकर जो है भगवान के संग को त्याग कर इस भौतिक जगत में प्रवेश करते हैं। इज इट ओके प्रभु?
जी प्रभु। हाँ प्रभु, भागवतम में ऐसा कोई स्टोरी है क्या किसी कैंटो में?
चैतन्य चैतामृत में इसको चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने बताया।
जी प्रभु।
या ओके, एनीवन एल्स?
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु।
Yeah,
प्रभु जी, ब्रिजेश प्रभु से ही कंसर्न क्वेश्चन था। मतलब वो जो आपने बताया है कि हमारा जो डाइवर्टेड माइंड था या हम जो अलग होना चाहें, पर भगवान को भी तो ये पता होगा ना कि प्रभु का हम हमारे लिए सही और गलत क्या। हम तो इतनी ज्यादा नालायक थे तभी तो अलग हुए, लेकिन उनको, भगवान जी को तो ये पता होगा कि अगर हम सोल्स अलग हो रहे हैं उनसे तो सारे दुख का कारण तो वही होगा। तो क्यों ना हमें ऐसे बांध दिया गया, कि हमारे माइंड को ऐसे क्यों ना कर दिया गया कि हम कभी अलग ही ना हो।
see, Krishna never interferes in one's personal desire, but Krishna always give protection even to demons, even to atheists. How? By being with them as Paramatma and guiding them from within. Everyone must be may have some experience or realization that somewhere, somehow, sometime you receive some strong call from within that you should not do this, you should do this, something going to happen bad around you, be cautious, like that. These messages who is giving us? These messages are given by Paramatma. So God is, Krishna is with us all the time, and He is observing our all activities. But we we are, because being too engaged in gratifying our senses, we have never turned our faces towards Paramatma, towards Krishna. That He is continuously guiding us in whatever is we are, in whatever situation we are, in whatever difficulties facing, all the time as Paramatma, Krishna giving the guidelines, teachings, messages. But we are too engaged in gratifying our senses by making some external big projects and responsibilities, and we have ignored Krishna as Paramatma within. So it is our mistake. If we are sincere, then we should practice Krishna consciousness. We should practice the Bhakti Yoga. Then only we can be in the category of a sincere devotee. That yes, somehow I have come into this trapped conditions, trapped situations, but I want to be free from that. So if someone want to be free from that, then he must be presenting his activity, acting some way that shows that he wants to improve himself. If we are not doing that, means we do not want to improve ourselves. But and another sense, like people, they consider that they don't want to do those so, but they want that Krishna do on behalf of them. That is not possible. Just like a child, if he is hungry, then he has to eat, he has to chew. Mother can push, but he has to chew. So similarly, we have to practice Bhakti Yoga. Krishna can facilitate us, give environment, give associations, give all the necessary intelligence, time, facilities. But all the things, all the facilities are given, but who has to choose? That we have to accept and practice. If we are not practicing, although we have all the facilities, then that means we are not sincere. So sincere means one who is chewing the food, chewing the Bhakti Yoga, practicing the Bhakti Yoga. It is like, it's getting my point?
Yes प्रभु, yes प्रभु।
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else?
हेलो,
Yeah, Monu.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रभु जी, मेरा एक प्रश्न है कि जो भी कर्म हम करते हैं इस लाइफ में, तो उसका फल हमें इसी लाइफ में मिलता है या फिर मृत्यु के बाद मिलता है? अगर मृत्यु के बाद मिलता है तो फिर ये इतनी भयावह बीमारियां और लोगों को परेशानियां ये जीते जी क्यों सामना करना पड़ता है, मरने के बाद मिल जाता।
I think we have read Prakriti ke niyam, law of karma. Is it not?
यस प्रभु जी।
We had covered all these things in that book.
प्रभु जी एक्चुअली
Yeah,
I could not complete. I did not attended all the sessions from that
okay.
book. Maybe I joined later after when only few of the sessions were left.
Okay. See, it is uncertain that we'll receive the reaction today or tomorrow or 1 year later or in next life. It is uncertain. It is difficult to say that. Just like if we are planting some seeds, so it is not necessary that within a day that will grow and give fruits. It will take time. It will take fruitify. When the karma gets fruitified, then its results come in our life as a reaction. So it is a time when our karma's reaction gets fruitified. Then when it becomes fructified, then we'll receive the phala, the karma phala. So we don't know which karma has which kind of seed. Just like all the trees have a different capacities and have a different growing time period. So similarly, all the activities have uh, different fruitifying energy at time taking. Some karma just they took 1 or 2 hours to give you fruit. Some karma may take one lifetime to give you fruit. So it is difficult to uh, clearly say that this karma's reaction you will receive in next year or next life or next day. It is all we can consider it all as a seed of different plants. Okay.
Okay, प्रभु जी, thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. So okay, we'll stop here, and I